Future, you deal in days, you deal in weeks, you deal in months, or do you think ahead 5 years, 10 years from now?
Well, I think ahead. I plan my future. I plan to go to college and so forth, but we really just live one day at a time.
All right, tell me about the car. What kind of car?
Oh, it's a Chevy Cavalier.
Yeah.
It's black and it's got gray interior.
And have you taken driving school yet?
No, but I'm learning to drive now. I have a learner's permit.
So how soon before you get behind the wheel?
June 8th.
Are we going to have to watch out in the streets of the roads of Indiana? Should we put out an alert right now?
No.
Going to be a good driver, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well, may you drive many miles.
Ryan was 18 when he died just a few days ago. Samantha Smith, who died in a plane crash a few years back, would have been 18 by now. Samantha became famous when she was 10. She was cute as a button and smart as a whip, and she wrote a letter to the then Soviet leader, Yuri Andropov. What did you write to him, and then what did he write back?
Well, I asked him, why do you want to conquer the world? And he wrote back to me and said that he wanted nothing of the kind, and gave me a little history lesson on the last war they had, and he said that he didn't want to have a war or anything like that again.
And what else did you ask him?
Well, I asked him who would start the war first.
Not him, I'll bet.
Yeah, he said that if we were going to have a war, they would never be the first ones to start it.
Well, now that you've gone through this experience, and I must say it's one of the more effective exercises in diplomacy that we've seen in this country in quite a while, now that you've completed it, what do you conclude from all of this?
Well, I just hope we can have peace and hope it'll do some good.
There's no way of predicting sometimes what will capture people's interest about a particular story. I mean, look at what had happened in the Philippines. It was a revolution fueled by people power, led by the widow of an assassinated political martyr. It forced one of Washington's oldest and strongest allies into political exile. We got the first interview with Marcos in Hawaii. And what sticks in everyone's memory? Shoes.
When people heard I was coming out to do an interview with you, you know what most people are interested in?
Mm-hmm.
Your wife's 3,000 pairs of shoes.
How many shoes?
How many shoes?
Can you wear on 20 years?
Exactly. How many can you?
Well, she gets all kinds of, buys all kinds of shoes. She has probably to change shoes twice a day. And there are parties where she can wear high heels. There are parties where she has to wear short heels.
Mr. President, 3,000 pairs of shoes,
Oh,
hundreds and hundreds of...
20 years. Those are collections for 20 years.
The extravagant use of money and power have always fascinated us. Now, toss in a couple more ingredients, sex and religion, and you have the makings of the most watched Nightline program ever, Jim and Tammy. Tonight, Jim and Tammy Faye Bakker join us to tell their side of the story in their first live television interview since leaving the PTL ministry.
Nice to see you.
Miss Bakker, one more time, and then I'm going to drop it. You're saying that Jerry Falwell is lying when he accuses you of having had sex with Jessica, and when he says that there have been homosexual incidents dating back from 1956 to the present.
That I admitted that I've had 15 to 20 minute relationship with Jessica Hahn.
Yeah, but you heard the one he described today. That's the one. That's the one with 3 men involved, with a prostrate Jessica Hahn, who is not even able apparently to defend herself against the advances of the third man, who is anonymous. I mean, you heard Jerry Falwell say that. You are saying that's a lie.
Yeah, the story just seems to get bigger and bigger, and I'm just sorry about it. And I've looked into the homosexual charges, and I would again say, if anyone has these charges against me, I want them to come forward publicly with this proof.
I have been married to this man for 26 years, and I can tell you one thing: he's not homosexual, or is he bisexual. He's a wonderful, loving husband.
They also said you were kind of like a shopping machine. I mean, you would go out and...
I do like to shop. I'm probably well known for my shopping.
Yeah.
But I am a bargain hunter.
I was very much concerned before that first interview that I not do them an injustice, and I think I was probably a little too easy on them the first time. By the time Jim Bakker came back on Nightline, I felt he'd been a little too successful in ducking the hard questions. I was a lot tougher than I'd been in the first interview.
Why does Jim Bakker have to inflict himself on the American public? Why is it necessary for you to maintain, I mean, what kind of a role model do you think you are?
Well, I hope I haven't inflicted myself on the American people. And the only role model I hope I could be is a sinner saved by grace, and that there's hope for me and there's hope for everyone else.
That's fine, but I mean, why should you be preaching anything? Why should you be restored as a minister?
Are you asking that as a prejudgment that you don't think I should be?
I'm asking that with certainly a healthy dose of cynicism. I'm saying here is a man who certainly mismanaged funds.
There is no money missing at PTL. This was a hoax perpetrated by Jerry Falwell. The $92 million missing and all these other things. It's just simply not so.
Jim and Tammy notwithstanding, Nightline has the reputation of being a rather serious program.